appeal, and the interface and ease in which to enter a game is unparalleled. So what's the verdict? The presentation is efficient, but a bit too simple, especially with the one-player mode, 7.5. The sound is gory and the voice acting is good enough, 8.5. Gameplay is solid and bearing, 9.0. Graphics are stunning and the body explosions are brutal, 9.0. Online appeal gives the game a long-lasting play, 8.8. Overall, Unreal Tournament gets an 8.5. Great first-person shooter, especially for online nuts. That's it, guys. Take it back to you. Oh, that was awesome.
Too fast.
That was beautiful. I look good, Neil. I look damn good. Who cares about the game? That was beautiful. But, you know what? That was one block done, and we got one commercial break coming up. Let's see, do we have any sponsors, Neil? We have any sponsors for the show? We need takers? I don't know, let's see. Let's go to commercial break. Welcome back to Videogame Hour Live. Neil, how's your back?
Well, it's a little achy after my date last night with David's mom.
Ooh, yeah, that's tough, man.
The small of my back is just.
That's about 1 or 2 month recovery right there.
Well, so is an emotional relationship with David's mom.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Completely unrelated to David's mom, we got a review.
Oh, my first review
Neil's
ever.
first review of NFL Tour. And Neil, I heard you love the game. Utterly fantastic.
It was great. I thought it was absolutely flawless. Let's go see how flawless I think it is.
Let's go to Neil's review.
Broadcasting live from the Texas Student Television Studios at the University of Texas. You're watching KVR News at 9, Austin's leader for live local UT coverage. Your news starts right now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Neil Baron
Black. It's your name. Say your name.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Neil Barenblatt. Yesterday, whilst on the phone with a childhood friend, he said he had to go to the pooper and clear his bowels. I saw this as a metaphorical sign for me to do the same and play some NFL Tour, the newest installation in the NFL's plot to take over the world. Unfortunately, the metaphor extends as the game resembles a giant turd. It took me but 15 minutes to realize the lack of effort put into the game. The first thing I noticed was the graphics. Nowadays, I expect to see sweat dripping from each player's face as clearly as I can see myself spinning towards an emotional disaster as a result of no more Harry Potter books. I couldn't see the sweat, and frankly, everything just looked plain and simple. This might be okay for, I don't know, 10 years ago when bad graphics were cool. As for gameplay, there are no field goals or kicks of any kind or special plays. While this makes the game simpler, it also disqualifies the sport at hand as football. It's more like linear baseball. The confusion in all of this stems from trying to find the plays you want. The organization is just, well, weird. But after a while I realized, why even worry about plays? As are my experiences with illegally downloading movies, games, and porn, there seemed to be no consequences regardless of what play I chose. I was a consistent but modest touchdown manufacturer. As in all sports games, there were commentators who would brashly condescend their video game forebears, deeming them repetitive and distracting. I feel that these announcers were describing no more than themselves, as that's all they talked about. Another feature was to break a tackle by repeatedly pressing A. Too easy. At the end of my journey, I returned to the main menu for some other modes of gameplay that might spark my interest, only to find a stadium of disappointment. So basically, this game is for noobs, crackheads, numbnuts, necrophiliacs, steambacks, and Brandon Farmahini, our producer. But mostly, it's for toilets, because I feel like I crapped it out, made a cheese sandwich with it, and threw it back into the wonder hole, further sogging its already feces-filled existence. Thanks, childhood friend, for your inspiration. So the verdict? I give NFL Tour a 10 for its level of suck, 9 for sucky graphics, 9.7 for making me appreciate other games, a 2 for innovation, and a 10 for how much it resembled a giant turd. I'm Neil Barenblatt, and this has been me defecating on a video game.
Great,
Wait,
but it was supposed to be on this camera.
This camera? Why didn't you guys tell me?
I thought you knew.
What the crap? All right, whatever.
You know, Neil, EA sends us a lot of games. NFL Tour most recently, and instead of saying that it's great, fantastic, you said you'd rather crap in the woods than play it.
Well, Brandon, I'm a man of the people, and the people have spoken.
Neil, this is not a show with journalistic integrity. You need to kiss ass whenever we get stuff, okay?
I'm so sorry.
But you know what? We got a trailer. Hopefully Sega will send us some stuff because we're showing Sonic Tennis.
Sonic
Tennis. So let's go to that trailer of Sonic Tennis. I love you, Sega.
You know, Brandon, I tried playing tennis as a child.
How'd it go?
Not as well as I think it's going to go with Sega Superstars Tennis.
Superstar Tennis, Neil, singular. But you know what? Dr. Robotnik always wondered, what does he have a PhD in? You think it's dance? Maybe?
I think he has a PhD in being a pimp daddy.
Maybe.
I mean, think about, like, when you really think about outside the realm of the game, how many women do you think he acquires every day?
Obviously not as much as Bowser.
Tails. Oh, true. Bowser gets princess every time.
Why does Bowser keep kidnapping the princess? I bet you he tears her up every time. But you know what, Neil? We got a package on how to change out your PlayStation 3 hard drive. Go from 40 gigs to 160.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Let's see it.
Yeah. All right, well, we're changing out a PS3 hard drive here. First thing, got to create a backup. All the stuff already there. So go ahead and go to System Settings, Backup Utility, create a backup, and go ahead and put it to an external hard drive that you can plug right into the PlayStation 3. Just got to be formatted, the FAT32 format system. A lot of these are already like that right out of the box. So what kind of hard drive can you put in there? It needs to be a 2.5-inch laptop hard drive. It needs to have a RPM of 5400, a interface of serial ATA, SATA, it's a little quicker. And lastly, it can be any brand, it does not have to be one specific company. Okay, let's take off the end piece here, HDD hard drive letters on it. So we see the hard drive bay right here. We can unscrew this blue screw, flip the little paperclip thing up, slide it to the right, and pull the whole thing out. So this is our hard drive. It's fastened into a metal container. It's in here with 4 different screws. Now, most importantly, find the right screwdriver when you're taking this thing out. I just picked one randomly and ended up stripping 3 of the screws off. It took me about an hour and a half to get the whole thing off, so don't make my mistake. Take the time, find the right kind of screwdriver, and get these out the right way. You can see here we're looking at it in 500% speed, and I'm still having trouble. Got some pliers there. At one point I sliced through one of my fingers, and another time I ripped a piece of my thumbnail off. Not fun. If you've ever stripped a screw, you can imagine what kind of pain and anguish and frustration this created, and it was bad. So I would say that I kept working and finally got it, but I actually tried a different approach, as we'll see here soon. I just grabbed the new hard drive and just tried to stick it in without any kind of casing. Stupid idea, came right out. So went back to work, finally ended up getting those screws out. They come right out. You put the new hard drive in, put in the screws just like you took them out. It's really straightforward. Screw them all up and then slide the thing in there, slide it to the left so it's fastened in, and go ahead and screw that little blue screw back on. Now once you get everything back up, go ahead and format the hard drive and restore utility from the system settings. Let that do its magic and you're all done. Neil, do you know what 160 gigs of space on a PlayStation 3 gets you?
Yeah, a lot of porn if it's up to me.
Yeah. Not just regular porn, that opens up a whole wide range of spectrum.
Oh yeah, you know, you have your
Russian midget porn,
your Siberian tiger porn.
Cyborg porn.
Cyborg porn, that's actually one of my favorites.
I like Harry Potter porn. It's very nice.
We will now go to a commercial break.